What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And in this video here, what I want to share with you is one of the biggest myths that I believe to be circling around the entrepreneurial community, which is that perfection is necessary for success. This is something that I've found to be completely untrue in my own experience as an entrepreneur, as an imperfect entrepreneur, somebody who isn't always on point, isn't always performing to the best of my ability. And I wanted to make a video because this is what I've always wanted from the people that I listen to, the people that I watch online, because I'm not stupid. I realize that a lot of these people that I look up to, that I get advice from, aren't these perfect shells of human beings 24/7 and that they make mistakes. And so I've always wanted somebody like that to make a video where they just talk about all the things that they don't do right, all the things that they've screwed up, or, just their imperfections. Because I think that, for somebody trying to learn, say from me, about how to run a clothing brand, you can feel like, oh man, everything that this guy does is perfect. He's always on point. And it's just not true. And I think that for you to see that and to hear that from me will probably help you just feel a little bit more confident in yourself and, the way that you're going about your journey. So here it is. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. If designs are something that you need help with, then I really recommend that you give them a shot. You post a project on Design Crowd, amazing designers from all around the world are going to compete for your project. You choose the winner, then you get that design plus revisions. This is the best-selling design on my website, and I got the design made through Design Crowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, where you can save up to $100, or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so I really want this video to come across as a bit of a heart-to-heart here, where I just want to share with you the real journey, what it really looked like, because I think so many people share a phony version of what their real journey looked like. And I'm really hoping that this helps you. So for those of you who don't know me, I run two separate businesses, Apparel Success and my clothing brand, both well into the six figures in sales. And I consider that to be a success. And, it's really easy for me to come on here and pretend like the whole journey was perfect and that I'm perfect and that on a daily basis, I'm always doing the things that I say that I should do and that I have this amazing level of personal integrity. And I really want to break this down, how it works for me to get to this point, because I think that it's going to be really eye-opening and inspiring for you in sort of a counterintuitive way where you can see all my flaws. So there are stretches of time that I go through, 6 months to a year, where the daily grind is practically perfect for me. And I say that obviously with days that are, thrown off, where I'm not perfect. I said I was going to do something and instead, one of my friends calls me and I end up going out and then I end up staying out and it's like, oh crap, I should have been at home working. Okay. There are definitely days like that. But for, a solid stretch of time, there are periods where I go through where I get into work mode and that's basically all that I'm doing, and I'm doing everything that I say that I'm doing. And I think that this is really, really important. If you're in your first year or two, or even your third year, and wherever you're at where you don't have the momentum yet, that you're able to lock into these periods where you go 3 months, 6 months of just, hard work, where you're being consistent, where you're being disciplined, and you're getting the things done that you should be doing. I think that that's a mandatory component of being successful and creating something successful, because when you don't have momentum, it's like building a fire. You really need to rub the sticks together and really, really go for it until you get a bit of a flame. And then once you get a flame, it tends to be easier. You can just sort of throw sticks on top and the fire just keeps going, right? You don't need to keep going at that rate forever. And that's kind of what I've noticed with my own businesses, is that there were periods of time where I was so disciplined, I was so focused, and I still enter those periods when I start a new project, when I'm in big moments for my clothing brand, coming out with new clothing, heading into Black Friday, heading into a big sale and things like that. I can still turn on the jets because I've done that before, and that really is something that I had to develop, that now I can just sort of apply at any time. That being said, even when I was in those periods of hard work, I wasn't absolutely perfect. Okay, I'd have moments where I'd just sleep a whole day and I didn't get any work done. And you know what? I still managed to be successful with all of this. So what gurus and online advice people often do is they talk as if they don't have any imperfections. They talk as if they're this perfect person who never makes a mistake ever. And they do that because they're creating the halo effect. And when they create the halo effect, you end up looking up to them as this like perfect person. And it actually ends up offering you more value because when you view somebody like that, you know, you're able to take in information more. The issue with that is that it creates this feeling that you'll never be like them because they're not like them. They're not that way anyways. No human being is absolutely perfect. You have to go through stretches of time where you're consistent. And it's very similar to hitting the gym, right? You want to have 6 days, 5 days a week where you're doing the right things, generally speaking. But, you know, when you're eating right for 5 or 6 days straight, it's okay to have a cheat day. It's okay to let loose sometimes. It's okay to give into your cravings and to be a human being. And that just because you're doing that, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful and you're not going to get to your result. You can get to your result with some level of imperfections throughout your day. Now, I really hope that you don't hear this and just think that you can be, you can just do whatever throughout your day and just all of a sudden manifest millions of dollars. I used to think that in order to be successful in business, that you had to be super deep into personal development, where, you're eating perfectly every single day, you're hitting the gym every single day, you're meditating every day, you're reading a book once a week and things like that. And it's just not true. If you are talented as an entrepreneur and you found an industry that you're really passionate about, like let's say clothing, and you apply yourself to that and you don't even have to try to work or be disciplined because you enjoy working on it so much, and you just take bits and pieces that you learn from the personal development world and you apply it to your business, you can be really successful without being Anthony Robbins, without being perfect. Now, would it be best if I was super into personal development, every single area of my life was perfectly under control? Probably would be. And that's also why I'm really passionate about personal development. I like the idea of meditating. I like the idea of eating really healthy and being into fitness. But if you're so consumed in all of this that you literally just become a robot, and any time that you break free from the algorithm of the robot, the perfect entrepreneur archetype, and you fall outside of that and you start bashing yourself because of it, and you don't feel complete and you feel like you're never going to get anywhere because you can't become this other person who seems to have everything together, then you're not in reality. You're not a human being who accepts their flaws. And that was what I really hope that you got out of this video, is that on your business journey, on your way to becoming successful, there's room for imperfection, okay? And this is something that just not enough people tell startup entrepreneurs. There's room for imperfection, there's room for mistakes, there's room for off days. And so, the next time you come across one, don't dwell on it, all right? Don't dwell on it, because I experienced them too. Everybody who's claiming to not experience them experiences them, and just recognize that as the truth, that nobody is perfect out there, and just do your absolute best and keep pushing yourself to be better every single day. And there's no amount of better where you just keep getting better and better and better, where one day you're going to be perfect. Okay, it's just, you're chasing phantoms at that point. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as perfection. And to be honest, even when you say hit that level of perfection, you're still going to be imperfect, because nobody wants to listen to somebody who's perfect. Okay, we like that human aspect where you can relate with somebody who's imperfect. All right, like it's literally impossible. It's a paradox, because the perfect person is liked by nobody. So that was sort of my talk today, and I really hope that sort of helps you put the right things into perspective on your journey, and that it keeps you feeling good. All right. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please hit the like button for me. It helps me get these videos out there. And let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. If you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.